Hey everyone, how's it going? Today we're going to look at a Kanto Cup team which just got released yesterday, and this team is comprised of a Kanto Slowpoke, which is a level 50 100%, a Alolan Muck, as well as a Kanto Sandslash with the recently released Community Day moves. So let's get into it. In the first game we have Slowpoke into Alolan Sandslash, which is terrible lead. I throw one move to make sure it's not Powder Snow and swap into Sandslash, which is also not very good as Ice Punch is going to do a lot. But our opponent brings in a Poliwrath, which is also not good, another hard counter, but Earthquake will do a lot if they no shield, and they don't, so that's fine. We can at least deal a lot of damage, and hopefully we can do well with our Muck in the back. We wait out our switch timer because that was very quick, bring in our Slowpoke and farm it all the way down. So I know at this point the Sandslash is not in Dark Pulse range, so I do need to throw a Psyshock at it and either get a shield or put them into Dark Pulse range. They decide to shield, and their last Pokemon, which they blind swap to, is a Hypno, which is very good. So at this point, Muck is obviously the win condition, but Niantic has other ideas as we wait and wait and wait, and we get the unfortunate no bubble charge move. But that's fine. We no shield the first move. A Thunder Punch doesn't do very much. We throw 1, 2, 3. Our opponent throws on good timing, so that's fine. We only get one turn through. I block the second one, throw one Snarl, and then throw. Confusion's a 4-turn move and Snarl's a 3, so that way we're only giving up one turn. We throw one more Snarl and then this second Dark Pulse, which will take it out. So now we're up a shield, and we know what our win condition is, and that's to land a Dark Pulse on this. So we build up to the Dark Pulse, so because we'll win CMP. Switch into the Slowpoke and do as much damage as we can. None of the moves from Sandslash, the charge moves, are very threatening, so we are able to get off a last second Psyshock, which will definitely put this into Dark Pulse range. They take out the Slowpoke, Muck comes in and throws a Dark Pulse for the win. And into the next one. Next one we have Slowpoke into Dugong, which is a pretty good lead in the no shield. So we throw 1, 2, 3, 4. Our opponent should get to Icy Wind right before we get to our first Psyshock, which is fine. It's all resisted. So we throw 2 more, which is good timing. 8 turns versus 9, so we're only giving up 1 turn. And we throw a Psyshock, and they don't shield. So since they didn't shield the first one, I am assuming they are going to play out the no shield, which is fine, because Slowpoke can always throw 2 Confusions and Psyshock. And at level 50, it does win the 0 shield versus Dugong. And you also leave the match with a stored charge move. So we Confusion down, and in comes an Alolan Graveler. So we're not fast enough to hit our move, but that's fine. Sandslash is a very, very hard counter to this. It has no moves that can hit us, so we take whatever this is. It's a Stone Edge, it does a lot, but we take it just fine. They bring in Hypno. I should have switched right away, but I kind of blindly throw a Night Slash, but that's fine too. It is super effective. Swap into Muck, and we throw a Dark Pulse. All is good. No need to shield this first move. It's probably a Thunder Punch, and it is. So we go and build back up. Our opponent throws it good timing again, but that's fine. We'll shield the second one. And we'll throw 1 Snarl, then a Dark Pulse to put the pressure on for them to shield. And they do not. So at this point, our win condition is with the Sandslash. So our opponent builds up, and we throw a Dark Pulse, which they'll have to shield or it'll take them out. Swap into Sandslash, throw a Night Slash just because. I probably should have just built up to the Earthquake, but we get the boost, and Mud Shot's also double super effective, so I shield this just in case it's a Stone Edge, but now I know this can't be a Stone Edge, so all is fine. Rock Blast doesn't take us out, and 1 Mud Shot. Into the next one. Slowpoke into Nidoqueen, another good lead with Confusion against it. Our opponent swaps into Hypno, and we just hard counter this one all the way as we swap into our Alolan Muck, which can take all the moves from the Hypno. We throw 1 after they throw, 3 turns versus 4 for good timing, and we land the Dark Pulse, which almost KOs, but we're able to farm down, which is great. They bring in the Nidoqueen, we throw 1 and then the Dark Pulse. Since Poison Jab's a 2-turn move, we only give up 1 turn that way, and our opponent will have to throw a charge move to take us out, or we will get to another Dark Pulse. They throw a Poison Fang and then snipe us with a Pidgeot, which is fine, as Sandslash does not have a good matchup, but Slowpoke can deal some good damage to Pidgeot. We throw Confusions, They snuck a move through, but we get denied, but that's fine. I assume this is just a feather dance, and now they'll have to shield the second size shot because they can't farm us down. Then I switch in the Sandslash, even though I know we're going to end up eating a feather dance, but I do shield just in case. But I know it's in one Night Slash range regardless, so I build up a lot of energy, throw the Night Slash. We don't get the boost, which is fine, but even a double debuffed Earthquake will take out the Shadow Nidoqueen, no problem. Into the next one. In this one we have Slowpoke versus Marowak, which water versus fire would seem good, but this is not necessarily a winning matchup, so we decide to catch onto our Alolan Muck. And they do throw the Bone Club, which is super effective, but is a very terrible move. And in comes Dugong, so we throw 5 Snarls because it takes 5 Ice Shards to get to the first one so that we can CMP tie on the Icy Wind. It doesn't KO, but it does put us in just into farm down range, so we can't get to another move. We'll come back in with Slowpoke, and at this point, we can farm all the way down with Confusion, as we saw in the previous game that Dugong can't do a whole lot to Slowpoke. Here they just throw another Icy Wind, but we should leave this match with over 100 energy. As soon as the Marowak comes in, we're going to swap in the Sandslash, and only 4 Mud Shots to the Night Slash, which is also super effective, and they decide to shield, which is great. The quicker we can get shields down, then the sooner we can unleash all the energy we have on our Slowpoke. Here we go straight for the Earthquake. I was assuming they would no shield, and they did not. And at this point, this game is over. So I throw the Night Slash. They can either shield or not. It doesn't really matter. And we Mud Shot down for the win. Good games. And into what I think is the last one, we have Slowpoke into Ninetales. If it's Powder Snow, this is good, which it is. And they swap into Electrode. I'm a little slow, but the good part is Sandslash hard walls this Electrode save swap very well. So we build up a lot of energy, and I throw right before they get to another foul play. Again, I probably should have thrown the Earthquake, but they do shield the Night Slash, which is fine. At this point, I know I live another foul play, and again, we have some more Niantic lag here, but it looks like it is mutual as we didn't take a whole lot of damage, and we're able to throw the Night Slash. They no shield, but we get to a third Night Slash anyways. See if they want to shield or not. They do not. So we have shield and switch advantage. In comes the Powder Snow Ninetales, and we see a Blastoise come into our Slowpoke. This is another good matchup for Slowpoke. So at this point, my goal is to get shields down. I have no need to shield this Hydro Cannon so that Slowpoke can deal damage to the Ninetales, or we can Sludge Wave. But either way, the opponent backs out, and that's a good game. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.